very unapologetically clear about the fact that he's nomadic and that he might want to be somewhere else at any given time, and he has lived a nomadic life. So when that guy says to me, oh, I love you, but I'm not sure I'm going to be here in 6 months, and it's not a discussion of, baby, do you see yourself potentially like going somewhere for 3 months, 6 months, a year, and then coming back or going and doing? If it's not accompanied with that conversation, that's different, because that sounds like you talking about you going somewhere by yourself, and I'm getting to choose if I want to follow. That ain't okay. Because, for instance, I think by that time they're living together in her apartment. So it's kind of like, so you don't have anything tying you here. I got ties, but you have no ties outside of me. And since you have had no discussion about those ties with me, at any given time, if we don't have this discussion the right way, I hear, oh, I might pick up and leave. You know, I don't have any ties here, baby, but, you know, this is fun for now. But if it's not fun in 6 months, I'm going to be over there. And it was nice. And I understand why she was upset. I also get why, in his mind, because of the way he has lived, that he doesn't see it that way. Yeah, and I won't lie. I mean, this going along with the story, I had those moments where I'm like, is he going to get bored? I understand true love doesn't make you get bored with the person you love. But there were those moments where I'm like, this guy is used to being, as we've understood, on his yacht with his friends in a boat full of supermodels that they both took time screwing. And off in some other land somewhere where there were orgies from the time you were like 13, and they spent what, 2 days, 2 weeks just taking part. I mean, I'm not going to lie. This is the guy who, if I am involved in a not completely secured and, you know, sewed up right discussion invested relationship, I'm thinking this is a happy for now until he tells me it's not. And even if he says, oh, no, babe, we're going to be together, but then you throw out there, well, I don't know if I'm going to be here in 6 months, it doesn't feel like, it still doesn't feel 100% secure. So I completely understood her anger, her hesitance, and her stress about the situation, and I don't fully think that he fully thought through what that meant. And even when he apologized, I don't know if after, it's like there's almost that detriment of knowing too much about a lover's past that kind of like puts roadblocks in your own head, even if they haven't put those roadblocks up. And so I felt for her in that situation, because the thing that I would have needed most in that situation was clarity. I need clarity. When you say you're going to be going in 6 months, is it that you're going to say to me, baby, let's go off and do X, Y, Z? Or is it like, this was so much fun, I can't wait to tell my friend, like I said in the beginning, can't wait to tell my friends about this period in my life. This was awesome. Kiss, kiss, goodbye. Send me a postcard sometime. Like, that was, I struggled with that a little bit in the relationship. I
could see that.
Yeah.
So let's, Sutton grows very, very quickly in this book. He goes from a man who, who's ready to pick up at any moment the wind blows. That's what the blurb says. Literally, the wind can blow him somewhere. To a man who interviews for a job, who goes into a thrift store. He's like a woman. He thrift store shops. But anyway, he thrift store shops. He finds something special that he wants to share with the heroine, and then he wants her to meet his brother. So, yes, Michelle is mouthing hobo in the background. And he wants her to meet his brother, who happens to be a musician, and he loves music. So he takes her to a music festival where his friends happen to be his very handsome Rat Pack kind of friends. And
good description, Rat Pack.
Yes, the Rat Pack. And then it just so happens that Petal blew her happy butt up in there. So what did you all think about the scene with Petal, Yasmine, and Sutton? Lisa?
Baby, I was crushed. I've been in a situation before where that kind of mess has happened, and let me tell you, Miss Yasmine has some patience because I felt her pain, and the fact that he turned his back and just was so immersed with his ex in front of her after he had been talking how great she was to his friends all day. He just turned his back and forgot she was even there, that she existed. And she's like, oh, my God. So I was when that happened. What about you, Michelle?
So I was mad. I'm not even going to lie. I was angry. And I'll tell you why I was angry, because he not only forgot about her, he stepped in front of her and blocked her view to what was going on. And then it was so busy fawning, he, forgot she was there until he was like, no, I have a girlfriend. See, she's right over she was right behind me. Oh, is she not there? How do you not notice that she walked away? How? This is not a situation where she's across the room talking to your friends and then she's gone. She is standing next to you. She is meeting your friends. You're in introductory mode, and then you act like she just vanished. And then all of a sudden when you're ready to introduce her, because wait for it, I'm going to pull a bird. Wait for it. In that moment when his heart tells him, oh, you don't love her anymore. He's like, oh, yeah, it's my girlfriend back here, except she's not there. So he was waiting for his heart emotional cue, which made me wonder if the heart's emotional cue had gone the other way, would he have been like, oh, maybe we are supposed to be together. I'm going to have to break it to to little bunny. Yeah, I was very angry with him because he didn't act like the guy who had loved her and who was so-called making changes in his life to be with her. He acted like the guy who was waiting for a note to tell him that he was in the right situation, or, oh, wait, maybe this was supposed to happen, so I was supposed to go back with her. Yeah, I wasn't okay. I'm 100% okay about that.
I'm with you, Michelle. I'm not sure I'm okay with. First of all, I'm going to just say this. It wasn't just him who didn't see her. She ceased to exist for everybody. So Petal didn't even know who he was talking about. She never saw her. The friends that she just met who was flirting with her, they didn't realize she had walked off and was gone. And he, like you said, he stepped in front of her, didn't even think to introduce her. And I was, yes, and I am at this point in the story, I'm like, I shouldn't have to be a second thought. Like, you shouldn't need the universe to tell you if we're supposed to be together. Right now, you don't give a shit what the universe say. You should know. You should have made your decision already. So this was one of the blackest moments I have had in a romance that I enjoyed. And I was like, there ain't nothing comedic about this shit. That's honestly how I was feeling. I was really upset. I'm still struggling with it. And I was really upset with him. And even though they have their happy ending, I don't know if he was fully redeemed in my eyes. But I'd be interested to see what you all were thinking, Lisa, because I know you loved him so much.
I did love him, but in that moment, he was done. I was done with him. And I don't give a daggone what he had in his pocket or what he had to say. He would have been done. I would have been in a daggone cab somewhere if I didn't get stuck in the hole. I would have been in the cab and gone. He would have never seen me again, put it that way.
Yeah. Michelle, did you feel the same way?
Girl, this hobo done roll up in her life and then forget she's standing there. And you know what bugs me? This is a woman who at the opening of this story expresses on numerous occasions the fact that she's often made to feel invisible. And then he invisibled her. He disappeared her in that moment, and he's like all over this woman. None of his friends even stand up and say, hey, have you met his girlfriend? Like, these are the guys who supposedly know how much this woman hurt him. And even they don't make an effort to say, this is the woman that has made him whole again after you messed up. I mean, I feel like in that moment, as a good friend, that was the moment when if my friend had been really hurt by a guy and dude showed up, like, maybe women are different because this is when we start cock blocking, and you're like, hey, you know, such and such. This is such and such. You know, this is Sutton's ex-girlfriend, because we make sure that Miss Petal knew that she was the ex, because that's how I would roll. I'd be like, have you met his ex-girlfriend? Hey, Petal, this is the woman that Sutton loves. This is the woman. Look. This is the woman he loved that he brought with him. This is the woman who made his heart whole again. And nobody stood up for her. And she's a better woman than me, because when he had showed up with that ring, I'd have been like, you know what? I'm going to disappear you for a minute. Call me when you get back. And I'd have been gone. Mm-hmm. I was not okay. And she backed down so quickly, and I'm like, you a hobo. You living in my house, and you disappeared me? I'm going to
yes.
24 hours so I don't start cooking grits.
Yes, I agree. I feel like that's the part where it went a little unrealistic. I was like, as real as they have been with one another, I'm like, and I know how mad she was when he was talking about in 6 months he may not be here, but yet here come Petal, and then you disappear me and, you know, pull a disappearing act or whatever. I really don't think this character in and of herself would have responded that way. Yeah, I think she would have lit him up. I really do. She would have got her foot out of that hole, and she would have been gone.
That foot, I'd have found another hole and have been up in.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we got about 4 minutes left. Yes. So overall, what was so I'll just share my impression overall of Hike Hike Baby. I enjoyed the story. I think the character development is just exquisite. I could even see his friends clearly, her friends. Sienna, her husband, calls her cherry pie. But I could see her friends clearly, just beautiful character development. The hero probably talks more than any hero that I've seen recently on the page as far as his internal dialogue and really sharing how he feels about things. I love that she twisted a lot of the tropes on their ear as well. So she has a beautiful, beautiful writing style. She really does. Really good with words and painting a picture. What was your overall thoughts, Lisa?
I agree. I felt like I could see everyone clearly. The characters were awesome. I immediately identified with Lil Bunny, and I loved her. I fell in love with Sutton until he started acting a fool. But then he didn't redeem himself, but I was like, okay, well, she forgave him, I'll forgive him. Whatever.
Yeah, you got to, Yeah, you do. Yes. Michelle?
Yeah, I enjoyed them.
I did like them. I liked them. I enjoyed the story. I really very, very much enjoyed the writing. I think I might have enjoyed the writing more than I enjoyed some of Sutton's responses. But I always want a hero to make a heroine feel so completely whole that there's never a moment where, even when she walks away, she has no question that she's whole in his sight. And that's one thing I think I struggled with in this, because he so easily walks away. But I enjoyed the book and the writing very much.
Okay, awesome. All right, so that's it for book chat, for March book chat. So we'll be back next month, the third Sunday of the month at 3 p.m. with, what are we reading, ladies?
Not sure yet.
Oh,
next month is mine. I haven't selected yet.
All right, everybody, until next time, be awesome, be amazing, be wow. Y'all take care. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.